Guys, today I will be sharing my take on light and fluffy caramel cupcake. For the ingredients, we need 1 1/4 cup of cake flour, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 cups of baking powder, 6 tablespoons of water, 6 tablespoons of sugar, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and 4 egg yolks. So to begin, we're going to whisk the egg yolks and the sugar. We're going to whisk this until it becomes light pale yellow, just like this. To this, we're adding the vanilla. Again, continue beating until this mixture becomes lighter, just like this. Now we're adding the oil. Once it's well combined, we can add the water. All the ingredients will be listed in the description box. By the way, your oven should be preheated at 175 degrees Celsius. At this point, we're going to scrape the side of the bowl. In the meantime, combine the cake flour, salt, and baking powder. Give this a quick mix. And then we will sift this into the wet ingredients. Using a rubber spatula, mix the ingredients until it is well combined. Now we'll set this aside. For the meringue, we need 4 egg whites that we're going to whisk using high speed with an electric mixer. To this, we're going to add half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. We're going to beat this until it becomes frothy. Then gradually add 6 tablespoons of sugar. Once all the sugar is in, we're going to beat this until it reaches stiff peak stage. And this is now ready. Combine the meringue and the cake batter in 2 or 3 additions using the folding method. We can add the second addition of the meringue at this point. And this is now ready. I have a cupcake pan lined with cupcake liners. I'm going to fill this in about 3/4 of the way full. And then I'm going to bake this in a preheated oven at 175 degrees Celsius for about 22 to 25 minutes, or until when you insert a skewer in the middle and the skewer comes out clean. Give it a light tap before putting it in the oven. And this is what they look like after baking. Now it is important to take this out of the tray once it's done baking. This is optional steps, so I'm not gonna go to too much details, but I'm making a Swiss meringue buttercream. 53 grams of egg whites, 106 grams of sugar, 159 grams of butter, and half a teaspoon of vanilla. Again, you don't need to make this. I just want to put this inside the cupcake. So in a double boiler, we're going to combine the egg whites and the sugar. We're going to cook this until all the sugar is dissolved. Once all the sugar is dissolved, take the egg whites out of the heat, and then we're going to beat this until it is lukewarm. To this, I'm going to add the butter. My butter is somewhat cold, not at room temperature, so I'm adding this while my mixture is still a little bit lukewarm but not hot. So I'm going to mix this until the icing is pipable just like this. Now add half a teaspoon of vanilla. So if you want to learn how to make a detailed procedure of how to make this, I'll put in the link in the description box. The cupcake has cooled down completely. All in all, I made about 17 pieces of large cupcake. So I'm just making a hole in the center of the cupcake. We're going to put the Swiss meringue buttercream in the middle. I placed the Swiss meringue buttercream in a piping bag, and then I'm placing the buttercream in the middle of the cupcake. Now cover the cupcake with the trimmings. Now set this aside while we move on to the icing. So I've got 1 cup of whipping cream and then 1 can of dulce de leche. To make dulce de leche, boiled condensed milk in a pot for about 3 hours, or you can buy dulce de leche. The icing is really simple. Just combine the 2 ingredients. Again, 1 cup of cream and 1 can or 395 grams of dulce de leche. And then we're going to mix this until the mixture is smooth before we place this on top of a stove. Now we're going to put this on a stove with the heat setting medium to low heat, and we're going to cook this while continuously stirring. What we're looking for is for the mixture to start coating the bottom of the pan, and I'll show you a trick to know when it's ready. It takes about 8 to 10 minutes. So this is not yet ready. Now it's getting close. It needs to be able to hold its shape. To test it, I'm going to get a plate and drop a little bit of the icing, and if it holds its shape, then it's ready. Now to ice the cupcakes, there's 2 ways to do this. First is you can use a spoon to lightly put the icing, or the best way I find to do this process is to dip the cupcake into the icing just like this. Since I made a hole in the center, I'm showing through. To correct that or to cover that, I'm using fondant flowers. And this is now ready. This is the finished product. This cupcake, I can guarantee you that it's so good. It's light, the sweetness is just right. So I hope you do give this a try. Now I will show you what it looks like inside of the cupcake. This one is really good. I can guarantee you that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. I hope you do like and subscribe to my channel. Bye!